All right, man, we back. Marcy Sports Talking in the building. Let's talk a little bit about Detroit Pistons game last night. They lost to the Bulls. Like I said, 112-116, I think it was. And to be honest, the difference in that game once again was their guards offensively was better than our guards defensively, and their guards defensively did a little bit better. Early on, Zach LaVine was that guy. You know what I'm saying? They kept Kobe White, rookie out of North Carolina, in check. But then that Shadow Sharansky guy that came from Washington, he made a couple shots. And, you know, at the end of the day, this team just not that good. All right? A lot of the guys they signed, you know, Tony Snell, I don't know what the hell. Bruce Brown, Doodoo Brown, you know, Andre Drummond, he had another 20 plus points, 20 plus rebounds last night. But it just didn't seem to matter. It just didn't seem to stand out. And I figured that he would have a dominant game last night because Wendell Carter can't really hold him physically yet. He got to get a man body, but you know, and Drummond just with the ticky-tack fouls and Lloyd Marketing hit a few shots. It didn't seem like one guy on the Bulls just killed you. They took their turn. And I would think the Bulls would be better than they have shown this season. And obviously it's a little premature, which is, you know, it's a little early, but, you know, Lloyd Marketing, you know, you would think he expanded his game to kind of, you know, put his back to the basket, you know, scoring his back to the basket a little bit more. You know, really, you know, if he ain't giving you a putback or oop, it's a three. And, you know, Zach LaVine, he really killed him early on. Early in that game, Zach LaVine was cutting. He was getting to the rim, you know, and they had no answer defensively for him. And they can't ask Derrick Rose to offensively carry them and then defensively, you know, be the leader at this point in his career. Like Tony Snell, Bruce Brown, Langston Galloway. Like, where the fuck are you guys? Excuse my French. Where are you guys at? You know what I'm saying? Derrick Rose and Andre Drummond, those were formidable stat lines to win the game. But you need other guys. Even if Blake come back, you need other guys to step up and hit their shots. And right now, they're not getting it. Morris, I like what he's doing. And he half injured. You know, Reggie come back. But at the end of the day, you know, with the Pistons, man, defensively, they got to be better. Eventually, the shots will fall. Luke Kennard, once again, consistency is the key. But you know what? You got to take stuff in increments with Luke Kennard. Even with any player. He's aggressive now. I love it. Keep shooting the rock. But at some point in time, you got to put a string of 3, 4, 5 games together where you consistently going out there getting 15 to 20 points, and you should have at least 15 shot attempts every night. He being more aggressive, I think that's the Derrick Rose influence. But now, next step for Luke Kennard, by the All-Star break, he should be consistently giving them 15 points a night, 15 to 20 points a night, consistently. Even if you put him in the starting lineup, you bring him off the bench, consistently he should be giving you, you know, 15, 20 points a night. So, you know, at the same time, you know, other than that, man, they just don't have a lot of support. Don Maker, he not giving a ton of support. You know, Morris is doing what he can do, and he came into the season injured. So basically it's going to have to wait till the Cavalry get back. And Blake got to be good defensively. Reggie got to be good defensively. When Morris get healthy, he got to be good defensively. And maybe with Blake and Reggie coming back, you know, that might, you know, knock the totem pole back the way it's supposed to be. You won't see a lot of these other guys in the rotation. You might not see Langston as much in the rotation. You might not see Bruce in the rotation as much. So you might not see Thine in the rotation. But Christian Woods, when Drake got a little bit of foul trouble, he picked it up again last night. You know, even though he was a -1, but he picked it up again last night. And, you know, a guy that played in the G League last year and a little bit for the New Orleans Pelicans, all you asking to see is some improvement from guys like Brown, from guys like, who else we got? Luke Kennard, you know, Christian Woods. You want to see improvement versus guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Just little improvement. And then at the end of the season, you want to see what's built up. But defensively is the most I'm concerned with this team. Defensively, I'm very, very concerned because, you know, everybody getting beat off the dribble. The help defense ain't there. You know what I'm saying? And Zach LaVine was just early on, he was killing us. He was penetrating, he was dishing, Lloyd, he was dishing to Lloyd Marketing. And then Otto Porter last night hit a lot of big shots. Very, very overpaid. And he stepped up and he hit some big shots last night. And he got to killing us at some point, at points in the game. But the only play team we beat was the Indiana Pacers. And we got the Brooklyn Nets coming in tonight, man. And once again, you got 3 guards and a former Pistons, Spencer Dinwiddie, that can break you down and penetrate. Kyrie Irving. We both coming off back-to-backs. We coming home from Chicago, which is what? If you taking a flight, like an hour. Probably not even that. They coming from Brooklyn off a tough battle win over Houston. Once again, defensively, they got to be talking. Defensively, they got to be better as a unit. If we got to worry about Zach LaVine, which Zach LaVine is a rising star in this league. He ain't no Kyrie yet. But you got to worry about Zach LaVine, Shannon Sharansky, and the other guy, white guy that look like Kirk Heinrich they got out there. I can never remember his name. Kobe White, Otto Porter, you know what I'm saying? Even Laurie Marketing can break it down. You got to worry about some of them guys on the Bulls, which they are the baby Bulls right now. You're going to have a lot of trouble with Kyrie Irving, Karis LeVert, and former Pistons Spencer Dinwiddie tonight. They can break you off the dribble and really penetrate. So, and people before they start, Drummond got to be better. Man, Drummond is what he is, okay? Drummond is a solid player. He ain't great. He ain't good offensively. He's solid, been okay defensively. But with these penetrating guards, penetrating guards that we've been playing, Michael Brogdon and the Bulls guards and now the Brooklyn Nets guards and whoever else we done played, to keep Andre Drummond out of foul trouble, the guards got to be better defensively. That's just what it boiled down to. Our guards have to be better defensively. And if they're not better defensively, then Drummond go get in foul trouble all day. You got to communicate in a pick and roll. You got to do this. But the bright spot is Drummond been consistent, a little bit of foul trouble, but he been consistent on what he give you. But I don't see any glaring offensive or defensive improvement. I see he playing with more heart. He playing with more toughness. Derrick Rose has been a blessing. Not even a blessing in disguise. Derrick Rose has been a blessing. I would think about giving him a game off tonight, personally. But Dwayne Casey can't afford to. But he cannot ride him like he rode Blake last year. But Derrick Rose has been a blessing. Morris, and he ain't even been healthy. He been solid. But at this point, when Blake and Reggie come back, and when they come back, I'm looking at this. You probably gonna start Reggie. Let's just say hypothetically, you probably gonna start Reggie. Let's just say they keep Brown in there, and they want to bring Luke and Derrick Rose off the bench together. You Reggie, Brown, Blake, Morris, Drummond, right? Those your 5, right? I'm bringing Derrick Rose, Luke Kennard off the bench. I'm just giving a hypothetical. I'm bringing those 2 off the bench. At this point, my 3rd guy off the bench, my big guy would be Christian Woods. And my 4th guy off the bench would be Sayoko. So those are the 9 I'm running with. If I had to get a 5th off the bench, it had to be a shooter. And I'd probably go with a guy like probably Tony Snell and Langston Galloway. Pick your pick. But that probably should be the rotation. You know what I'm saying? And Blake Griffin opens up opportunities for everybody to get a better shot. So Derrick Rose playing with Blake Griffin, just because he don't start, don't mean they going to just stagger their minutes completely. Derrick Rose will be on the floor in crunch time. It may be Derrick and Reggie. You know what I'm saying? It may be Derrick, Reggie, and Luke, and Blake and Dre. You know what I'm saying? So you got different hypotheticals it could be going into the game. But if Blake Griffin can't be healthy and elevate, they're going to blow this team up. No doubt about it. 2-4 right now, or 2-5, whatever they is, they're going to blow this team up. If Blake Griffin don't come back and make a drastic improvement from whenever he come back in November to the trade deadline in February, be expected to see Dre move, Reggie move, and Blake move. If he makes a drastic improvement, look for them to make a move and bring somebody else in to help. But right now, I'm not too concerned about the Pistons because 2 of our better players are out, and I think once Blake come back, it's going to shift the power of the rotation and Reggie come back. It will, but if it don't go right, You know, I think it's good night to a lot of these players. Gonna get moving. The Pistons gonna blow it up and start from the bottom and try to get to the top. But hey, hopefully we can get Imani Bates in 3 or 4 years. I hope we suck it in. I like Imani Bates out of Ypsilanti. Hopefully he keep his head on straight, man, and he don't let the shit get to him and all that stuff. So he the freshman out of Ypsilanti who like the next big thing. If y'all don't know, check him out. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Sound like one of those commercials. One time for the one time we gone.